And that one was a good one as well. Let's take a look at this. Falcons taking on the Colts in Berlin, an early game today. 6 minutes left in the fourth. Starts Gardner now in Indianapolis. Colt Jonathan Taylor sneaks past the Falcons defense and turns on the Jets.
Oh, boy.
Jonathan Taylor, he's been playing out of his mind. Also, I'm a little upset I didn't see him in those odds either, Travis. I'm just saying the way that he's playing this season. Come on, we gotta do something about it. 2nd and 4, the Atlanta 8. Taylor gets the handoff, takes it to the end zone, and that's a touchdown. That is a win for the Colts. They win this one 31-25, 244 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor in this one.
I'm happy with the effort from the players. Obviously, it's hard to say happy with anything when you lose football games, but pleased with what we're able to do to those situations. We have some situations out there you like to have back. The guys did a nice job of being able to force some pressures, being able to really create some problems. But the biggest part about it is we got to find a way to create problems at the most critical moments, and we did not.
It's tough to win in this league, but we got to figure it out.
Overall, just a phenomenal game, some back and forth, a gritty win by our guys, obviously getting it to overtime there and finding a way. And congrats to JT setting the all-time franchise record for rushing touchdowns. Just a phenomenal game by him and our offensive line protecting. I thought it was phenomenal. Our guys battled like crazy, and just a hell of experience over here playing this football game.
Just think about the guys who we've had in this organization beforehand. And to be named amongst those legends, it means a lot. I don't take it for granted, but I also understand how those guys got there and how I got there. And it's the guys around you. It's the guys around you that support you. Like I mentioned, the guys on the edge, also the tight ends, the O-line. It's those guys who put you into that category. So I appreciate my teammates so much, and it means a lot. This is a historic place, and if you look back at the history, the guys who've achieved amazing feats here is no slouch. So to kind of be a part of that, it makes me feel like I'm a part of that lineage. And like I said, I'm just so appreciative. I'm humbled to just have a small piece of history here. I hope that all of the residents of Berlin enjoyed the first ever NFL game here. I hope that we put a good product on the field, and just to be able to spread our love for the game.
Jonathan Taylor rewrote the record book in a few ways on Sunday. He set the franchise record for most scrimmage yards in a game, recording the longest rushing touchdown in Colts history along the way. Plus, he passed Edgerrin James for the most rushing touchdowns in franchise history. We know what Jonathan Taylor can do. However, I want to take a look at this whole Colts team. Coach, what did you think of that win today over in Berlin?
Well, what I wanted to see, could this team recover from the shellacking they got last week by the Pittsburgh Steelers? And they went on the road, okay? And you're still thinking about that. The Steelers beat them down, right? They turned around and used that, and that fueled them. And it started with the runner. I mean, they ran the ball more than they passed the ball. And when you think about that, they put it in Jonathan Taylor's hands. They said, you're going to run the football, and we're going to play against these guys. And lo and behold, if that's the formula, how you win in the National Football League. You control the line of scrimmage, you play good defense, you hit some passes in the passing game, but you run the ball. You dictate the terms of how the game's going to be played. And that's what they did. These guys had 500 yards of total offense. This is not college football. This is pro football. They had 500 yards. They never got the third down. They were always in 2nd and 4. Right. Okay, well, I convert that. We never get to third down. Who does that? They did it today, and good for them.
Jonathan Taylor playing out of his mind, having an MVP type of season. Just when you talk about Jonathan Taylor and how far this Colts team can go, how far can they go with the way that he's playing right now?
Well, if they play like this, I mean, they dictate the terms how the game's going to be played, because they can possess the ball because they can run the ball. And when you run the ball, you're not throwing it all over the yard. Guess what? You turn back to this guy and give him the ball. I mean, you kind of dictate. If we can't stop the run, we're in trouble. But to stop the run, now you're saying, we got to put 8 guys up there. Now the passing game develops, right? So this is a team right now. This was a game that I wanted to see how they're going to react, like I said earlier, because they got beat up by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they let that go. They said, okay, we're going to go overseas and play a game. We're going to win. A nice trip home, that's for sure.
Look, it's how you bounce back. It's
how
you bounce back from that loss. All right, let's game everyone was looking forward to this week. Patriots taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Drake May leading the Patriots. We're off the turnover. Bucks for a 4th and 3. Mayfield gets swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage, and now the Patriots They get to take over. Todd Bowles doesn't like to see that. Henderson gets to the outside, fights off a tackle, and races 69 yards to the end zone. Vrabel happy about that one, gives him a pat on the helmet after he gets right through the end zone. Patriots would win it 28-23. Drake May, what you got to say about the win?
Man, it's gritty. Just so proud of this team. Just every week we're fighting. Some things aren't going our way. We're handling adversity, battling adversity. Defense is stepping up. Just what a complete game. That's what we said all week. Throw up for 60 minutes. We knew it was a good football team. We knew if we got up, they were going to come back, and they came marching back. And just proud of the guys for standing up, especially our defense with the big stop. And just proud of this team.
I always love the fight. You know what I mean? That's why I love coaching them. Is that they fight and they compete. It's not always perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But I love the way that they compete. You're going to have some time that if you strike out, you got to go to the dugout and be pissed for a couple seconds, and then you got to go play the rest of the game. So we tell them, take 30 seconds, be pissed, but we got to go play. And it was a long game. It's a tough place to play. It was warm, and they're good.
Just didn't execute good enough. Got to do all the little things right, critical moments. We did not do that today. That's what I told the team, told the offense after the game. And at some point, when the stuff comes up during the week, and whether it's mistakes or things we talk about, and then it shows up on Sundays, you have to have some pride about you. You got to have the fear of that failure, of messing up for your teammates when we talk about something. That you got to have that responsibility and accountability for the guys around you, and get it fixed. In tight ball games like this, when you play a good team like the Patriots, little things will get you beat, and that was the case for us on offense today.
With his 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a signature win, Drake May has officially become the MVP favorite, according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook. The Patriots have 8 wins this year, equaling their total from the last 2 seasons combined. I hear you chuckling just a little bit. I feel like it's almost being like a prisoner of the moment, looking at Drake May. However, this was a big win for this Patriots team. 8-2, they're atop of the AFC East. What statement did they make with this win this week?
Well, it was almost a statement that Baker Mayfield made about doing the little things. The Patriots don't beat themselves. They don't beat themselves. And this is kind of the Patriot way, right?
Yeah.
They have a new young quarterback. Now, he's turned the ball over the last 2 weeks 3 times. But despite that, they ran the ball with efficiency. They kept Baker Mayfield in the pocket for the most part because no explosive plays down the field. So they just methodically just kept playing boom, boom. It's like a hammer. You're hitting a rock. The rock ain't cracking yet. Yeah, just keep hitting it.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
They don't make mistakes, and they're not going to beat themselves. And Baker Mayfield said it in the press conference. Yeah. Hey, when we do things wrong in practice and we don't get it corrected, it shows up on the field. He was actually calling his team out. Say, hey, man, we got to become more detailed on the things that we correct, and we got to get it right when we play the game.
Are the Patriots as good as their record indicates? I feel like some people, they're looking at the Patriots' record, they're looking at the team, but they're not really paying attention to them in terms of, like, seeing how everything is coming together on the field. But are they as good as their record suggests?
Well, I'll say it this way. They're not pretty to watch, right? It's just not
It's not sexy.
No. But they just keep winning. Look, they basically got a 7-game season.
Yeah.
They got 8 wins already. Do the math. Who's catching them? Buffalo lost.
Yeah.
That was a bad loss by the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills have already lost to the Patriots. So who's going to catch the Patriots? Right now, nobody.
No,
they're their division to lose, probably.
They're running away with the AFC East right now, especially with how the Bills look today. We'll get into that in a little bit, but let's take a look at how things went down between the Falcons and the Colts.